So here's a question for you. Should you selectively use all caps in a page title? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a test that gives you the answer. When I say selectively, I'm just saying one word, because just as a review, like, hey, it can be a word like best or worst or mistake or something like that in the page title to make one word stand out. Just as a review, all caps means that you're shouting, so you don't want to use it. And some people are really sensitive to this concept of all caps. They've been shouted at. It may be a trigger for them, whatever. And so it's not at all recommended that you do things like never use all caps for the entire title or for a subhead or a headline or a graphic or a sentence. It's just not a good idea. But how about this? Could you use all caps in just like one word to get SEO traffic? Okay, so let's test it, which, by the way, is almost always the best way to answer these kinds of questions. So the test I'm going to show you is an SEO test. So it was done specifically to measure from how would traffic from search engines be affected. This was a test done by SEMrush using their tool called Split Signal to determine it. So let me just quickly jump over and show you an example of what this looks like. So here's what they're talking about. They've got two headlines: the 5 best Boston fishing charters and tools, and the 5 best Boston fishing charters and tools. So that's what we're testing, is something like that. Now, let me just show you how they structure the test, because this is a good example of how you would go about doing this. All right. So the test was structured with 1,961 test pages where they took the headline and replaced one word, in this case, probably best, with an all caps version of that. And then they had 1,926 control pages. So you've got one that's the test group and one that's the control group, and then you're measuring the two against. Now, I'm sure they would have liked to have those be exactly the same number, but I think they had to throw out a few pages because there were reasons for that. All right. So here's the question. What would the traffic effect be between these two? Before I show you the actual result, what do you think? Let me know in the chat what you think the answer to that question is. Do you think the all caps best worked better or not? Okay. Let me tell you what happened. They got a 7% traffic increase by selectively putting one word into all caps. Ha! Interesting. And so their conclusion was, the conclusion you could draw from this, using selective all caps wins from an SEO standpoint. Now, this is right now, with the current situation right now, where most people believe that all caps is a bad idea. And so it's in that particular situation right now, it does win. Now, the theory behind this, and I always hesitate to go down what was the cause, because you can make bad decisions based on that. But the theory is that this gives you a leg up in the SEO search results. So here you got this list of things. Let's say you search for the best coffee maker. And so you've got 10 results that say the best coffee maker reviews, okay? And one of them has all caps. That one then gives you a leg up in that list. Now, that's the theory of why this could work. Now, I'm going to extrapolate this out one more level further, which is to this. It may work in email subject lines to do the same thing. Notice I said it may work, because People use the exact same scanning behavior in email that they use in SEO. They're scanning through the list of emails, trying to decide which ones to open, just like they're scanning through the search results, trying to figure out which one to click on. This is a very testable proposition. Don't take my word for that, okay? Go test it, see if it works for you. So in the end, what I'm going to do here is to give you two recommendations. The first one is, hey, you may want to take that word like best or worst or mistake or ideal or whatever that is currently in some of your page titles and turn them into be all caps, because it may help you get some additional traffic. The other recommendation is I recommend that all of us consider doing more testing in everything we do, because I believe our traffic will increase as a result. What's your thought? Let me know in the comments. This is Don Crowther saying, just go do this stuff.